I don't know who needs to hear this, but we barely have 3 months left of 2021. It's the last quarter of the year. It's time to grind it out, all gas, no brakes. Whoever has any problem with it, whoever's holding you back, whoever is distracting you, they gotta go. I'm sorry. The time is now. Are you okay? You look a little tired. I know that look. You have been showing up for everybody else except for yourself. People dump their trauma, relationship issues, and stress right onto your lap and they just get off scotch-free. Meanwhile, you're so drained that you barely have enough time or energy to deal with your own problems. And you let this continue because you love your family, as you should, and your friends. And you can't imagine not being there for the people you love. I get it, no judgment. I've definitely been there before, which is why I have a solution for you. You need to set some boundaries. I cannot stress enough how important it is to protect your peace and protect your energy. Energy vampires are real and they're drawn to people who are quick to extend a helping hand or a listening ear or a shoulder to cry on or plenty of energy to feed off of, which is why you need to establish your non-negotiables off rip so that if the situation arises, you already know how to handle it. And if you don't know, non-negotiables are basically your rules that you have set in stone that do not change for anybody. Okay? Let me give you some examples. Let's say one of your non-negotiables is, okay, boom, after 10 p.m., I put my phone on do not disturb. I don't answer texts or calls. And this is my time to work on schoolwork or go to sleep because I have to get up early in the morning for work or whatever you need to do. This is your time. And that means no staying up until 3 in the morning talking on the phone, no staying up talking to your friends, letting them vent to you, no brushing over and doing whatever, who calls you where to do what and doing all this extra stuff for people. This is non-negotiable. Example number 2. I will not provide emotional or moral support to anyone unless I am in the right mental and emotional headspace to do so. If you going through something, you had a bad day, your friend calls you, said that they had a bad day, no, take care of yourself. In this case, it's okay to be selfish. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I know you want to be there for the people you care about. However, you have to make sure that everything is right within yourself so that you can offer the best advice that you can and so that it doesn't take a toll on you or drain you because you were never fully right in the first place. So keep that in mind. Example number 3. I will not neglect my responsibilities to help take care of someone else. Now, this can apply to a lot of different things, whether it's giving your last dollar to help a family member or a friend, or you know that you have your own problems going on. However, you're just gonna put all of that to the side or push it down and then you're gonna go be there for your friend. Your non-negotiable is that if I don't have everything together with myself, I cannot help you. Like I said before, you cannot pour from an empty cup. I don't recommend that. Listen, this is for my people pleasers and my empaths. I know sometimes it can be so hard to say no, trust me. You feel so bad. It's like, it's almost as if like you feel obligated to help or you feel obligated to say yes. And this is an important boundary you need to have for sure because people will run you dry. If you're going to continue to say yes and you're going to continue to help people, they're going to keep coming to you because they know that they can count on you whether they really need it or not. They probably can do it themselves. However, why would anyone be encouraged to take care of anything by themselves when they know that you can help them? Why would I try to figure this difficult situation out myself when this person always has the answer for me? Of course I'm gonna go to them. And these people will just take and take and take, and you're gonna continue to give and give and give, and they're gonna run you dry. And then you're gonna find yourself miserable and moping around by yourself because you done gave away everything to people who obviously have no problem taking it. So you definitely need to learn how to say no. That's like one of the most important things, or else people will take advantage of that. People have no mercy, honestly. I used to find myself doing stuff like this, like not being able to say no just because I felt bad. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the people pleasing mentality or whatever it is, but it's like you just have this like strong obligation to just do whatever anyone asks you. But honestly, you're not respecting yourself if you're overextending yourself to the point where it hurts you. So you need to put yourself first, and you need to be selfish. This is where these boundaries come in, so that you're not taking out your frustration on people who don't deserve it, or, you know, just showing people a side of you that you don't even like, but you're so stressed out that you can't help but just act a certain way. So you definitely need to learn how to say no, and that's okay. And honestly, if anyone tries to guilt you or make you feel bad about saying no and setting boundaries, then that's toxic. That's giving narcissistic and overall toxic, because by the time that you have to set a boundary, it probably has gone on for a minute. So if anybody has a problem with that, you need to reevaluate the situation, the relationship, or whatever your dynamic is, because that is a red flag. This is important because I feel like we all need some time to recharge our social batteries, to reset our minds, to make sure that our energy is back in alignment. Just make sure that we're focused, we're staying on track, and we're not losing too much of ourselves and other people. Because I feel like sometimes we can get so caught up in everything else and the daily grind and motions and whatever it is that we don't really stop to just reset ourselves. Especially if you're like a parent, or you're in a relationship, or you have people who depend on you. You have to make sure that you're taking aside time to get yourself together. Schedule like an hour or two of uninterrupted, dedicated time, whether you want to work on something, whether you just want to meditate, whether you just want peace, whether you just want to turn your phone off. Whatever the case is, make sure that you are taking care of yourself. I have seen so many people just put themselves through so much for the people that they love and the people that they care about. It's like when it comes to people that they love, they don't even think twice about it. They'll just do anything. But in the long run, it does nothing but hurt them. Yeah, it feels good to be there for your family members, but sometimes it can even create codependency or enablement of these people where they don't even want to think for themselves or make decisions or do things for themselves, and you're gonna be the first one they call all the time. And you know what, that's not a problem, there's nothing wrong with that, but it gets to the problem when it's at a point where it's hurting you. And I've seen it time and time again. And you can neglect your own life and your own responsibilities and everything that you have going on, and it's like your life is put on pause because you're putting other people's needs before your own. Don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, they need me so much to the point where if you don't do anything, then you're just so worried about what will become of that person. What will they do without me? Because what if you weren't around? What if something happened to you, God forbid? What if you weren't in a position to help? What would they do? You don't want people to be in a situation where they literally cannot function without you, because that's going to do more hurt than good in the long run. So we're gonna start setting some boundaries. We're gonna start setting some non-negotiables. We're gonna learn how to say no, and we're going to be taking time out for ourselves to reset our minds and make sure that we're all good within before we go out trying to play save everyone, trying to save the world, because you cannot save everyone and you can't please everyone. So make sure that you do these things so you can be happy, so you don't completely drain yourself and you don't just find yourself in a situation where you just have no time or energy to take care of yourself. Because when you're the strong friend, when you're that go-to person, sometimes people just think you have it all figured out. Sometimes people will just forget to check up on you because you're the one that always helps them through everything. So they just assume that you're good. You have time, obviously. You got the energy, obviously. You got enough to spare. So make sure that nobody gets it twisted, okay? Well, that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you guys could take something from this. I kind of just wanted to sit and talk about this because I just see this happening to my friends and my family and people I care about, and I get it. I get the struggle. I get it that you want to be there and you want to be that person, but the negative effects on yourself and what it takes away from you and how it chips at you and eats at you, it's not worth it, honestly. So I think everyone should be selfish to an extent and choose themselves and put themselves first, at least sometimes, especially during these crazy times. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this little sit down conversation. I want to do more of these talks because I really do enjoy sharing my little wisdom. I might not know much, but I know a little 1-2 thing or two, you know? So share your thoughts with me. Let me know if you have any experiences like this or if you can relate. All right, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.